Okay, Dr. Brian, thank you so much.
All right, guys, once again, welcome to our Monday Night Live. We do this every Monday without fail, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Here we are again with another episode, and we're excited. We are absolutely excited because we've got a special guest tonight. We're going to hear from the source tonight, and I'll have an opportunity to introduce you to him shortly. But I want you to take a moment to send out those last-minute texts, make those last-minute phone calls. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Monday Night Live. This is MWR, and I believe, no question about it, and many of you will agree with me, that this is by far the greatest opportunity that exists on planet Earth. I'm honored to be a part of this. I'm excited. The lives that have been changed as a result of the story I've been able to tell, because my involvement with this opportunity has been unbelievable. And those stories get bigger and better every single day. So once again, welcome to the platform. We've got another, 30 seconds or so, and we're going to let some more folks get in here, because we want to load it up. Send out those last-minute texts, make those last-minute phone calls. Let's make a commitment not to even start the presentation until we get at least to 50. So we're just 4 short. Make those calls, send out those last-minute texts. I'm doing the same. That's 47. Let's get 50, and then we'll launch our platform. We don't want to keep the gentleman, our guest speaker tonight, any longer than we have to, but we are glad to be here. All right, here we go. Got a confirmation? Absolutely. I'll be there. Fine, good deal. 49. I told you they were coming. One more, ladies and gentlemen. One more, and we're going to launch. One more, and we're going to launch. And we'll let the other folks catch up with us, the other 50 plus. We're 51. 2 more showed up. So once again, welcome to Monday Night Live. My name is Gerald W. Parker, 2-star regional director with MWR. And again, I consider this to be the greatest opportunity that exists on planet Earth. And you'll understand clearly why tonight, even if you're already in it. And if you haven't quite gotten the traction that you're looking for, or you need clarity or direction, tonight we get that because we go back to the source. When I talk about the source, we're talking about the gentleman that created this platform that you and I are taking full advantage of, as well as tens of thousands of people across this country. But we're talking about the gentleman who, God gave the vision to, and he was obedient to the call, and he ran with it, with the idea of creating a financial strategies company that would fit the needs of the average everyday person and give an average person like myself and like you and many others a real chance at winning. See, I'm convinced we've not been locked out of this process. We've been priced out of this process. Who amongst us can afford to pay a CPA or a financial planner $200 to $300 an hour? Where the game has changed. MWR, thanks to the CEO and founder, Mr. Brian House, and this concept has leveled the playing field, ladies and gentlemen. We've all got a shot at winning for basically the price of a cup of coffee a day. But that is not the most exciting part of MWR. What is the most exciting is what you see on this screen right here. The opportunity to generate streams of income over and above what you might be doing right now. But this stream of income gives you the opportunity to be free, to put yourself in a position where you've got money out of the way, that it doesn't even trouble you anymore because you've got more than enough. You have an opportunity to experience an abundant life, as was promised. So that chance lies before us today. And as I mentioned earlier, there are many who are already clipping their way through this revenue sharing plan and seeing some incredible things happen. This is the accelerator to everything else that we do. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, grab your pencil and paper. We're 60 strong. I know there's 40 more out there, and they're coming, but they'll have to catch up. Grab your pen. That's 61 that just showed. Grab your pencil and paper. You're going to want to take some notes because this is going to be the fireside chat right here. We're going to chop it up with the CEO and founder of MWR, my good friend, Mr. Brian House. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please help me welcome to the platform the CEO and founder of this great opportunity, MWR, my good friend of 18 plus years, Mr. Brian T. House. Welcome to the platform, sir.
Hey, Gerald, how are you, buddy? Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, my friend. As Mike Randolph would say, 5 by 5. But if it gets any better, Brian House, I won't be able to stand it. I'm excited. You and I have had a chance to talk a little bit today and yesterday, about the direction of the company, where we're going, what we bring to the table. And I think we both agree on the fact that the revenue sharing plan really is the driving engine behind MWR's success.
Yeah, no, Gerald, absolutely. I mean, you've heard me say it over and over and over again. I love what our strategies, what our experts can do for people. But I'm a firm believer that making more money also solves a majority of people's financial problems, especially when you have a team of experts that make sure you're going to do the right things with it, And Gerald, I'll tell you, even for myself, I know a lot of people look at me and they say, well, he's a CEO and he's already successful and all this stuff. Guys, I've been where most of you have been at. I can tell you, I did not know about money until I actually had money. Okay. I had to have money before I ever found out. I don't want to call them secrets because they're not really secrets, because they're just hidden in plain sight. But unless you have the right people around you to make sure that you get the right information, it's hard to find them. It's hard to find those answers. And so I had to experience some challenges myself to seek out the answers. And by doing that, it's been one of the biggest blessings of my life, Gerald, to where now money is no longer an issue. And I say that humbly. I can tell you because I know for a lot of people, money is an issue. That's one of the reasons this company was put into place, is to help people deal with those challenges and to realize that those challenges don't just affect people that are lower income or middle income families. It affects people that are doing very well financially as far as incomes. So the things we remedy deal with all that. But to me, this is the most exciting part about what we do. I love everything else that we do, and it's phenomenal what we're able to accomplish for people. But this right here, you said it, Gerald, it's the accelerator. And even a home-based business is an accelerator. You know, even with all the things we do with our strategies, a home-based business is an integral part of being able to reduce your taxes, so to speak, okay, for the average consumer out there, for our experts to be able to accomplish even more for you. But the opportunity and the ability to be able to make more money, to be able to control your income, okay? And it's not just making more money, Gerald, that's the other thing. When I talk about our opportunity or owning a business, I learned a long time ago that my hot button in this business was residual income. I realized that just making linear income, trading time for money, and guys, I'm not putting down a job when I say this, but just trading time for money, I would never get ahead like I can get ahead when I build a residual income. When I can market or distribute a product or service one time, but yet I get paid over and over and over again on it, that's what you need, because that gives you the ability to add to your income, not constantly trading your time just to replace it, like so many people do with a job. And that's what allows you to really get ahead, you know. So you're exactly right, Gerald. The opportunity, that's key for me.
Well, Brian, and I'll say this as a living example, right? So I plugged into the services, became a product of the product. As a result, right, I saved $350 a month in taxes, money I saw in my check 2 weeks later. Imagine that, adding that to from my existing finance, creating this cash flow. Going on, they increased my credit score by 128 points. That gets me a reduction in my homeowner's automobile premium by $200 a month. So there's more cash flow. And then these guys share with me this concept of the private reserve account, where I could do, you know, basically put money into a fund, have access to it anytime I want it for any reason I need it, never pay taxes on it, then would be guaranteed never to lose any money. And turns out this investment account, this private reserve, is paying me 10 times more than my 401k. Now, I said that to say this: it was the services that stopped the bleeding in my financial life, but it was the opportunity that freed me, because what I started doing was sharing my results with everybody that I knew, because they were in the same situations that I was in. And within 2 years of me doing that, I was able to walk away from a $65,000 a year job to do this full time and generate a level of income where I can put into the investment accounts and speed that process up, begin to pay bills off even quicker than they had me scheduled to pay them off. That I clearly get it. I understand. But it was the revenue plan. It was the opportunity that created that.
Yeah. And Gerald, I mean, our services are a key component, obviously, the strategies, the experts that we have, because they're designed to put more money into people's pockets than what it costs them to participate, especially our expense to income strategies that we use. And it's all done for them by real experts, which, guys, is, you know, instead of people having to learn how to become a CPA or a CFP or an enrolled, all these boring things. I'm going to tell you, those things are boring, guys. They're boring to me. Okay. What's not boring okay, is having someone else do the boring stuff so I can go do the exciting stuff, which is where the opportunity lies, Gerald. It's having all these experts that do all these boring things. Guys, you would never hear me going into details about all of our services. Okay. Now, with you guys, I will for a training or something like that when you're in the business. But initially, I'm not going into all the details, Gerald, because to me, it's boring. For me, it's boring. Okay. What's not boring is when the results come in. That's, and guys, without a better way of saying that, that's sexy. Becoming debt-free is sexy. Okay. Not giving all my money to the government, that's pretty sexy. Okay. Being able to get my bills lowered and somebody else did it, that's pretty sexy. Okay. Especially when I get those results. Having my credit scores go up 126 points, that's pretty sexy. Okay. And I didn't do any of it. All I did was just provide some basic information. Experts did the work. I got the results. Love that. Because the whole purpose in all that is to eliminate the cost of the business and the membership. That's all that's for. But make no mistake about it. If I'm out marketing this opportunity, I'm not leading with service. And I'll just tell you guys, this is, Gerald, I'm going to speak to everybody honestly and bluntly. I can tell you right now, when I was building, and we just spoke to a really good friend of ours, Gerald, that I love this guy to death, and he's phenomenal. He is a phenomenal leader, unbelievable. And we were with him in our practice company, so that we call it. But and we can say it. It was FDI. We don't have it. It's not here anymore. But at the same time, I know. I promise you, you didn't hear him sitting there trying to convince somebody that they needed to get their credit scores raised, or they needed to get them on an app to where they can, make some, small transactions off of an app, or to try to get them to realize that they needed to reduce their taxes. Those are all byproducts of our opportunity. Okay. Those are byproducts. Those are things that happen. But when you talk about how I talk about this business, hey, Gerald, when I was building in my building days, and I'm still building, and here's something else I'm going to say first. Okay. Everybody thinks that I started this company and people just flocked here. Okay. Guys, I don't know if you realize this or not. When I started this company and we put the money in to get all of this in place, we set up all the phone systems. We handled all the support. We put all the tools and materials in place. We made sure all the commissions were set up. We handled all the merchant accounts. We did all the things, and that even doesn't even scratch the surface of what it takes to set up a business like this. It's 16 hours plus a day, all out, to get it to where it needs to be, so you can open the doors so people can participate in an opportunity like this. And then you know what I had to do? I had to go out and be a network, just like you. I had to get on the phone and start presenting this to people. One of them was Gerald Parker. Okay. But I had to share this with friends and family and business associates and people that I've worked with, and tap into referrals from people. I did all the things that you do to build this business in order for us to be able to have tens of thousands of people that have been able to participate in MWR. But it all started with zero. Wow. Zero, same as you. And I promise you, this small town farm boy from a place called Falmouth, Kentucky is no better at this than you are. I was just willing to do the work. I was just willing to do whatever it took, because the mission and the purpose behind this was bigger than me. It was bigger than me. The calling to do this was way bigger than me. Because when we looked at, Gerald, what was affecting people the most in their lives, what could we do from a business perspective? This is my fourth multi-million-dollar debt-free company. Again, I say that humbly, that God has been able to bless me like that. But at the same time, when we thought about doing this, it was something that we figured out, how can we have the biggest impact in people's lives? And we looked at what were the biggest issues they were dealing with. And when it came down to it, majority of it, guys and gals, revolved around money. It revolved around finances. Okay. Financial issues are the leading causes of child abuse, spousal abuse, divorce in America, stress-related illnesses, and the list goes on and on and on. Think about if you're married. Think about if you have kids. What are the arguments that you talk about the most? It's usually revolving around buying this or getting that, or we can't afford this, or I wish we could do this, or I hate my job, or I'm tired of this commute to work, or you know what, I'd love to take a vacation, but I'm scared of what's happening with inflation right now. I don't know if it's a good idea. I don't want to drain my savings. Oh my gosh, I don't have any savings. Oh my gosh, I'm getting ready to retire. I don't have enough money put away for retirement. Oh my gosh, I got hit by what happened with the pandemic, and my 401k is now a lot less than what it used to be. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do to be able to put my kids through college. Oh my gosh, I need a new car, but I can't really afford it right now. I'd love to be a homeowner, but guess what? I can't afford to go buy a house because I don't have the down payment. My rent is due. I'm struggling right now. My bills are going up. My electric's going up. I'm paying more for gas prices. I'm paying more for groceries. I'm paying more for everything I do in my life. Okay. This is what the discussions are that are out there, Gerald. And we have the solution to every bit of it. Every bit of it. There's not one thing that we can't fix when it comes to people's financial issues. Not one. And so that's where the reasoning behind starting this opportunity was. Let's remedy those challenges. Let's make people's lives better. Let's do things that are going to have an impact in people's lives instead of marketing. And guys, this is not to put down other companies, but I want you to understand something. There is not one opportunity on the planet that touches MWR when it comes to having substance, when it comes to getting people results, when it comes to eliminating any risk. Every opportunity out there that you participate in right now, whether they're promoting it based on fear of missing out or enticement, or, you know, they're all of these wonderful things that they do and shiny objects, all these widgets, gadgets, pills, potions, lotions, insignificant products or services that are used to push compensation plans that get people all jacked up and excited, thinking, I'm going to become wealthy overnight and I'm not going to have to do hardly anything. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Those companies don't last. They don't last. Okay. We're here to stay. We're here to make an impact. What our appointment and what we're doing, Gerald, I believe is done by divine intervention. And believe me, that is a huge endorsement, guys. I am by no means perfect, but I believe God has his hands on what we're doing. I really do. Because companies like this don't pop up in a time of need like there is right now in this country, okay, unless it's divine intervention. Everything, Gerald, that's happened with this company, you've seen it. You've seen it. When we needed something, it's appeared.
Yes.
It has appeared. It has been put right in front of us, even if we didn't know how it was going to happen. It happened. And I just can't help but feel that way. And so when you guys hear me talk like this, I hope you realize how passionate I am about what we're doing. Okay. But I'm going to tell you this, and I got way off the subject, Gerald, and got on this tirade. But I'm going to say this. When I was marketing in an opportunity like this, guys, I only wanted to know one question. I only wanted to know the answer to one question. Are you interested in doing anything to make more money on top of what you're currently doing? Wow. That's the only question I ever wanted the answer to. I personally enrolled 126 people in that other opportunity, Gerald. And out of that, over 28,000 period, and about 28,000 people in a 2.5, almost 3-year period of time came through that organization and made a fortune at it. You were part of it. You got to see it. And had some great leadership on our team. But at the same, and I can't take credit for all that because I helped a few who helped a few who helped a few. And came on this leader, and then this leader popped up by somebody else. Wasn't that I knew them all. I just laid the groundwork and supported people until we found the leaders. That's all I did. I didn't go out and immediately spot. I see people all the time, Gerald, think I'm going to go sponsor some big networker in this industry and they're going to blow my organization up. I wish you the best of luck. Okay. I wish you the best of luck, because that's not how this business works. It's a whole lot of people doing a little bit. Okay. And you talking to somebody who talks to somebody who's talking to somebody with your help. Okay. With your help until you find that leader. That's how it works, guys. There's no magic pill or potion. There's no online program that you're going to go get that's going to automatically make it happen. I promise you, if you're going to post on Facebook, write down the names of the people that comment and contact them afterwards, okay? Because if you expect them to jump into your business because you put up a post, it ain't going to happen, because you need to find out whether or not they're interested in doing anything to improve their life. If they're interested in doing anything to make more money on top of what they're currently doing. And if you answered yes to that question with me, you and I were going to have a conversation. If you didn't answer yes to that question for me, guess what? We probably weren't going to have a conversation, Gerald, about what I was doing. Because I know with what we're talking about here, if you say yes, and I show you the entire opportunity, even if you decide you don't want to participate in the business, there's a good chance you're going to see something in there that you're going to go, my family needs that.
Yep.
I need that. There's a real good chance. So you may end up becoming a customer. But my initial question was always revolved around that. And the reason it did is because I understand the concept. Guys, customers may share this with somebody else, okay, here and there, every once in a while. But directors, representatives with this company, they're in business to do that. So I want to be working with people because we're in a race for outlets, Gerald. We've got this promotion going on right this second, to where we've got 9 days left. After today, we've got 9 days left to where we're doing our, financial independence promotion for the remainder of the month of July here, because this is Independence Month. Okay. And I can tell you, you need to go, you should be going all out right now, all out. You can give somebody a free business with their membership, and you're guaranteeing to put more money into their pockets in their first 30 days than what it costs to participate, or they get a free, or they get a refund. There's no risk to them. There's no risk to you. All they can do is win. And I'm going to mention this too, Gerald, because I'm going to ramble, because I'm spitting out a whole bunch of stuff because I've got until 9:25. Okay?
We're taking notes. We're taking notes.
But I want to get as much of this information into people's hands as I possibly can, because I can tell you right now, guys, I eat, drink, and sleep this business, not because I have to, but because of you. I know there are people counting on us and depending on us to do the right thing. I know there are people that this is now their livelihood. Gerald Parker, this is his business. Brian Bean, Christy Howard, Charles and Judith Ivory, Trevor and Shirley Thompson, who I saw were on here. Okay, the leaders in this business, many of you that are making $600, $1,500, $3,000 a month or more. Okay, I realize you're depending on this. You're counting on this. And so we have to do the right thing at all costs. I have to be passionate and excited about what I'm doing, because there are too many people counting on us. Okay. And so we've got to do the right thing. But Gerald, what I was going to say to you is I've been around this industry for 35 years now. This is the only, and I would dare any company to challenge us on this. We are the only company that I can stand in front of a room at any event we put on and every single person in every seat is winning, not just the people walking across the stage.
Wow.
Because I have seen it way too many times, and I've been there. I've been there where I've stood on a stage and I'm making an unbelievable income. And I'm looking out into an audience of people that are struggling with their business. They're not making that type of money. And if you asked, I can ask anybody at any of our events, at every event, I can stand up and say, if MWR is putting more money into your pockets every month than what our program costs, please stand up. Every seat will stand up. You cannot do that in any other opportunity. There's not one. I've looked, I'm a student of this industry. There's not another company on the planet that can say that. We can. We can. So if you don't know what you have a hold of, and you don't know how powerful it is, that's about as powerful a statement as I can make. Gerald, you got anything?
Listen, that is strong. That's strong, and that's truth. I mean, to understand you think about the fact that you have the ability to put more money back into your pocket than what it costs you to have the membership, right? And then on top of that, offer you a 30-day money back guarantee. That alone is strong. Operating within the financial service space, what company does that? There's not one other than MWR, but we make a bold statement and stand by it because we know that we can get results. All we're asking people to do is to plug in, upload the information, schedule the appointment, give the experts everything they need, and watch those experts take you from where you are in your financial life to where you desire to be. They lay out the game plan. They create the roadmap for you, and you just follow it. And again, they're doing all the work. I don't know anything about taxes, credit restoration, none of that. Don't want to learn that. I don't want to get bogged down with that. I don't want to commit to going back to school and creating, another bill to pay for that school in order to learn these things. The experts are already in place. You let those guys do the work. And they're not only going to do it for me as an individual who's engaged in this platform, Brian, but they're going to do it for everybody that I introduce this concept to. So I don't have to do the work there either. And what I love about what you put together here is that you're willing to pay us a ridiculous amount of money to tell this story.
You want to know how ridiculous it is, Gerald? I'll give you another statistic that you can go check out, okay? Average payout in this industry is typically under 50% of the profit margin. So that means about 50% goes to most companies.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We pay out almost 80% to the field and to our partners as far as the services that we use. But majority of that, almost 70% of that, believe it or not, guys, goes to the field. Now,
wow.
Why is that so significant? Well, I'm going to tell you why it's so significant. Gerald, I've taken all the risk.
Right.
I put up all the money. I put in all the time to be able to develop everything that's here right now, along with a phenomenal team, okay? So I don't want to say I've done it all. So believe me, it takes a team to be able to do this stuff. Everything you need to be able to win. Now, here's the kicker. Gerald, you go build your business, and with our compensation plan, you make more profit than I do as the CEO of this company.
Wow.
Our field force, every single person in this company, if they pursue this compensation plan and go out and build a team of people, they have the ability to make more than the owners with their organization. Your percentage of payout off of our membership and what we pay to the field as an individual representative is more than what my profit margin is as a company.
Wow.
Now, put that into perspective, Gerald. We've done 4 comp plan. We've done 4 comp plan enhancements since you've been here, Gerald. Have we ever taken money away from anybody?
Nope. You've always put more money on the table each time.
If the company does better, what's my philosophy?
We do better.
The field does better.
Yep.
Because this company doesn't exist without you guys. It just doesn't. This is your business. Understand that you own this business. You own it. They have, I'm the CEO and co-founder and own, whatever you want to call me. All those titles are wonderful. I have no business if it isn't for you guys. Okay. You own this business. So when we say it's willable, sellable, transferable, all those things, that's ownership. Realize this, and I'll put it into perspective for you. It's no different than if, Gerald, you had a Mercedes dealership. Okay. Because I know both you and I like Mercedes, so we drive Mercedes. But at the same time, if you had a Mercedes dealership, you own the dealership. Mercedes just provides the product, but you own that dealership. Does that make sense?
It does.
That's no different than right here. MWR just provides the vehicle and the tools and the services, but you own the dealership. It's your business. So realize when you're building this, you're building something that you can pass on. You're building something that you could sell. You're building something that you actually own, that you own. Okay? The decisions we make in this company that affect you are mostly based on compliance, which is necessary. We got to make sure we follow the rules and we do things the right way. I always tell Gerald I'm way too cute to be some guy named Bubba's little girlfriend. I'm not going to do it the wrong way. We're gonna do it the right way. But you know, the other thing that I will say about that, as far as ownership and stuff, Gerald, is, again, I'm not beating up on jobs, but you know, this business is the vehicle for you to get out of stopping building somebody else's dreams so that you can start building your own dreams. That's what this is. It's the vehicle. What you do in your part-time, okay, is what you can set yourself up to be able to do full-time and make your job part-time, or eliminate that job, just like Gerald has done. You know, Gerald, I know you became a millionaire residual income ring earner with the company. Okay, 6-figure residual income. You were able to fire your boss.
Absolutely.
And that was a great day. And I was flying there to be in the limo with you and everything, and got stuck in the airport, didn't I?
Yes, you
so
did.
I missed it, but I got to see it on video.
The limo still showed up. So that was pretty cool to be able to kind of escort me out off the job. I recently ran into someone who worked at that facility during that time, and that's still conversation, man. They still talk about it. I mean, because it was an amazing thing they'd ever seen. But Brian, I mean, and you just mentioned something that, you know, we've got an opportunity with MWR to use this as the vehicle to generate the level of income that we need in order to get on with the real work that we've been called to do. Because I think there's an assignment, there's a mission, there's a purpose in our lives. And the only reason we're not all already doing it, because we don't have the financial means to do it. So use MWR as the vehicle to generate that level of income, to create the financial means so that you can get on with the work that you desire to do, the things that are close to your heart, the things that God is sharing with you, these visions. I mean, and you need the financial means to do it. You know, and like you say, even with me, I started part-time, but this part-time hustle, if you would, began to replace my full-time income. So when it was time to make that decision, it wasn't a very difficult decision to make, to be able to go full-time with it. And again, my friend, I thank you for making the call, because that August will be 7 years ago.
I know.
Wow.
I know. I love it. I love it. And I can't believe we've been doing this for 7 years.
I know.
This it seems like, you know, a couple of months ago we started this thing, but I love it, and I love what we're doing, the difference we're making in people's lives, and I can tell you, Gerald, you know, watching you walk off that job, those are the things that are exciting. And guys, I can tell you, if you want to know anything that fuels me or motivates me, is seeing people win. When I see other people win with something that I had a hand in, there's nothing more powerful than to know you've had that kind of impact on somebody's life. And so, but I want to see all of you do that. I'm getting bored just seeing a few here and there. We've got to get to where we've got, thousands of people walking away and saying, hey, I'm done. This is what I'm doing,
Brian,
And
you made a point. You made a point a minute ago about the fact that we own the business. And I think maybe that's the clarity that some people might need to get. The fact that if you treat it like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. You treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. So there's some decisions that maybe we have to make as to our level of commitment to this platform in order to begin to treat it like a business.
yeah, no, I can tell you there's a thing, people that invest 100 hours into anything, okay, over the course of a year, that's 18 minutes a day. You invest 100 hours over a year into anything, you'll be in the top 5%. Okay. Your expertise level will be in the top 5% of people that do whatever that is that you're investing in. Okay. That's 18 minutes a day, Gerald. Okay. Doesn't matter if it's karate, it doesn't matter if it's golf, it doesn't matter what it is. You'll put yourself in the top 5% or 5% by just investing 100 hours into something. I look at what it takes to put people into this business. And then when I say put people into this business, realize this, we're not out there selling and trying to get people in this business. It's a gift, guys, that you even offer this to somebody. And you have to realize that, and you have to have that type of posture to understand that you're not trying to get them in your business. You're trying to let them into your business. Okay. We're not out there trying to get anybody. If I have to sell you on it to get involved in this program, I'm going to have to sell you on doing something. I'm going to have to sell you on staying. I'm going to have to keep doing that. If you don't see the need in your own life after you see what we offer, then and I have to convince you, I'd rather you not be in my business.
Wow.
I just would. And the other thing is, but there's a reason for that, Gerald, because when this is done correctly, I told you how I would approach things. Okay. Right. And you can do it however you want. Oh my gosh, if you heard about this company, MWR, they turn your expenses into income. If you want to lead with product, that's up to you. Okay. I'm an opportunity guy and I present everything. And I realize that if somebody decides they do not want to participate in the opportunity, if I presented everything, chances are they're going to end up wanting or needing something that they've seen. I've got to stop prejudging and thinking that I know what everybody wants or needs. If you don't ask questions and you don't listen to people and you're trying to fill them with everything you want them to need, guys, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. It's just not going to happen. Okay. Because people don't do things because you want them to do them. They do them because they want to do them. Because they have goals and dreams. Because they want a better life for their family. And if you listen, people will tell you everything you need to know to be able to say, you know what, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. But then I found this company, MWR. You really ought to take a look at this. I can do that all day because I listen before I speak. I spend way more time listening. And I know tonight you're all sitting here going, well, you've thrown up on us for 40 minutes almost, and you haven't shut up. But, guys, I do. When I'm speaking to people, I try, and this has been hard for me, Gerald, because I can talk. But I have, over the years, I have really focused on trying to listen more than I speak. And a lot of that comes from my dad. He always said, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You're supposed to listen twice as much as you talk. So I've been taking heed to that. And he was absolutely right. But, Gerald, I don't even know how to say. Oh, I know what I was going to say. It's not just when you let somebody into this business, guys. We have a fast start interview. And I'm not going to do a training tonight on this, but I'm just going to tell you, When you put somebody in, or you let somebody in your business and you sponsor them, and you take on that responsibility of leadership, which is what you do. I don't care if you have one person in your team, 10 people, anytime somebody new joins your business, you just took on a leadership role. You became a leader because they're expecting you to guide and direct them so that they can accomplish their goals and dreams. Understand that. The work is not getting them into the business or letting them into your business. The work is afterwards, which is all about helping them accomplish their goals and dreams. If you do a fast start interview with somebody, you find out how much time they're willing to, or find out how much money they need to make in order to be able to replace their existing income. Okay. If they want to do this on a full-time basis, or if they want to get out of their job, and you find that out, you find out how many hours a week they're willing to invest in this part-time until they can build that income up, how many months they're willing to give it all out with that amount of time in order to be able to accomplish that income goal. If you do that, and then you find out what their goals and dreams are, what's the big picture? What do you really want to accomplish, in your life? If you find those things out, it provides you with the ability to hold them accountable. It provides you with the ability to be able to structure a plan for them using our income simulator, mapping out a game plan of what it's going to take, and then making a concerted effort together, letting them know, with my help, we're going to get you here. In that 6 months and that 2 hours or 5 hours a week, hour a night that you're able to put in during the week, those 2 hours a night, that 10 hours a week you're able to put in. We're going to make this happen. You're going to plug them in with your success line leaders and be able to have them listen in on the trainings and leverage everything MWR has to offer. Show them how to use the tools, be able to help them get plugged into the services. Guys, do you realize our retention rate, 62.4% annual retention rate in this company, annual retention rate in this company is based on when people participate in our opportunity and personally enroll someone, or they have participated in at least 3 or more services in our membership. Because you know what? It's benefiting them more than what it's costing them. They have no reason to ever leave. And your responsibility when you bring somebody new in is to help them accomplish that, to increase their belief level, help them see that the proof is there, their own results, develop their story. Once you get results, like a Gerald, I can repeat his story over and over and over again. Okay? Because I know it inside and out, because he has a story to tell. And it's that story that's engaging to people. It's not the facts. It's not a bunch of statistics. It's not you throwing out a bunch of numbers or trying to be a tax expert and explain to them how our instant pay raise works, or how credit restoration works, or how debt elimination works. That's not what does it. It's the story. The results are what sell, because of the fact that people don't want to be left out. They don't want, and I hate to say this, some people don't want to see you win and them not winning. They want to know how I can win too. That's why this program is set up the way it is, because nobody loses. You can't lose in MWR. Our first goal when we started this company was to say, you know what? We want to be the only opportunity out there that when people get involved, if they will participate and plug in, only people that lose in this program sign up with a membership or the opportunity or both, and they don't do anything. They don't plug into a service. They don't participate in it. And guess what? They don't get to participate in our guarantee, because you have to be a participant. You have to plug in and at least utilize some of the services to be able to see what our experts can do for you. You can literally plug into all of them, probably less than an hour at the most, Gerald?
Yes, sir.
Once you have your stuff together, an hour at the most, you could use every service, especially in our expense to income strategies. But guys, that's the key, is helping people. Maybe you're not the greatest presenter in the world, but you better show them how to plug in to Gerald Parker on your team doing his presentations. Better show them how to use a tool. Our new presentation's getting ready to come out on the website. Hopefully tomorrow, Gerald, it'll be there. And you'll love it. Guys, 10 minutes long, it's beautiful. And you're all the first to hear about it. So nobody knows about it. Getting ready to see some major changes in our back office in regards to our membership and walking people through and quick start guides and placement repositioning of GivBux, things like that, Gerald, to where it makes sense and it works and everything is there for you to be able to do whatever you need to do. Okay. But this company's going through a transition right now. We introduced something, Gerald, and I love it. I think it's a great program, but we're not ever going to stop letting the main thing be the main thing. I do not want you to have to go get 10,000 people in order to be making $1,000 a month when I know you could have 480 members on your team here, make a difference in their lives, everyone winning, and you're making a 6-figure residual income. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to do the math. And I have nothing against microtransactions. I think it is a blessing that you can do that. But is that the main thing? No, that's not the main thing. That is a piece of just one more piece of what MWR offers to help you get to the finish line. That's what it is. And the finish line is for you to make wealth real for you and your family. Not talk about it, not have to listen to a bunch of hype from everybody else, okay? Not implement things that are going to put you at risk, but to do it the right way and make wealth real, period. And if you follow the system that's in place, it will absolutely happen for you. Absolutely. Not if, it's just when. And you know what determines the when? Is whether our experts just put more money in your pocket and you use that to start saving and investing and accumulating assets and using our next level strategies, or whether or not you go out and you share this with other people and you get to $20 a day, $50 a day, $100 a day, $3,000 a month, and you accelerate that entire process. That's what this is, Gerald. It's the accelerator, just like you said in the beginning.
No question about it, sir. It has proven to be just that for me and many others. But I'm prayerful that the group tonight that are participating or understanding it and seeing how to position themselves to get to a point where they can take advantage of this side of the business as well and accelerate that whole process, because the additional streams of income that can be created from the opportunity, as I said earlier, it was the services that stopped the bleeding, but what set me free was the income opportunity, the revenue sharing program. And that's the beauty of it. And they're lighting up the comments, man, that they're really enjoying this. It looks like people will get a lot of out of this. Deborah Russell says this was the great reset for her. She needed this. And we needed, I felt that people needed a conversation, a deeper conversation, if you will, about MWR, what we really have our hands on, and who better to bring that to us than the founder himself of MWR, Mr. Brian House. Man, guys, I tell you what, this is an exciting time. You shine a light where there was some darkness, Brian, and you've opened some things up for us. And I know that everybody's going to leave this platform understanding better how to position themselves and move themselves forward to be successful with their MWR business. But one point I want to come back to, you talked about the story, how important that was, but you also talked about how important it was for us to help people create that story. So when you plug somebody into this business, don't just walk away, stay with them, help them engage in these services so they can begin to get the results, which is going to create the story. And that story is that's the most exciting part of this thing for me, the story.
Gerald, here's what I want to point out to everybody. Guys, when you I want you to all I want you to focus on right now is 480 people on your team active, and you're making a 6-figure residual income. 6-figure residual income. You have $9,000 a month coming in, month after month, day after day. You're getting 300, 300, 300, day after day, even on Sunday. Okay. I want you to think about that. And I want you to think about this. Quit thinking when you see 480 that I've got to get 480 people. You do not have to get 480 people, but you will have to do it all by yourself if you don't help the people that you put in. And if it is not worked, if it's not worked, if you had to go put in 50 people in the course of your MWR career, okay, over the next year, over the next 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, you set your own pace. I don't set that. It's your business, okay? But if it took you 50 people to come across 3 legs and have 3 legs building out to the point that they shared it with a few, shared it with a few, shared it with a few, and those 50 people ended up creating 480, 750, 1,200 people, and 1,800 people in your organization. I have done it and I have seen it happen. I saw 126 people turn into over 28,000 in a 2.5-year period of time. 126 is what I personally enrolled. That was not setting any land speed records, guys. Over 2.5 years, what's that break down to, Gerald? Maybe 2 reps a month, or 3 reps a month, something like that, 3.5, 4. It wasn't anything big, and most of them were brought in my first 24 hours. Gerald, you know, I personally enrolled 20 people in my first 24 hours. I had a 4-hour drive back from Paducah, Kentucky, back to Lexington, and I'm on my phone going through my list going, okay, I got to call this guy. Hey, Steve. Oh, hold on. I about threw my phone. Hey, Steve, what are you doing right now? Listen, I'm headed back from Paducah, Kentucky. I got a question for you. You interested in doing anything to make any more money right now? You are? Okay, good. I want you to do me a favor. Grab a pen. Write this down. Go check out this website, www. whatever the website was. All right. There's a video on there. I want you to watch it. I'm going to call you back in 15 minutes. All right. Okay. Appreciate it. Thanks, buddy. Can you do it now? All right. I'm calling you back in 15 minutes. I got 4 hours on the road. Okay. Bye. Boom. I'm done. I'm calling you back. Steve, let me ask you this. What'd you like best about what you just saw? Well, I like the money. It looks like you can make some serious. I knew you were going to say that. Listen, do me a favor. If you've ever trusted me in your life, trust me right now. Go to this site. I'm going to send you a link. I want you to go to this site, click on join now. I'm on my way back. Like I said, once I see you in the system, just keep everything marked the way it is. Once I see you in the system, all right, I'm going to set up a time with you. I'll give you a call and we're going to go through and map out a game plan on how we're going to do this. All right. All right. Sounds good, buddy. I'll talk at you later. Bye. Boom. I'm done.
That's strong.
And I'll do that over and over and over and over and over and over and over until I get the results that I want. Somebody tells me no. Hey, great, man. I'm glad you're doing well. Listen, you ever change your mind, holler at me, but I got more calls I got to make. I'll talk at you later, bud. Bye. I'm not wasting my time, but I have posture to where I'm going to do that. And you know what creates that posture? I know I have the best thing on the planet.
Right.
I know nobody can touch what I'm doing. I know I can't hurt you if I help you get started in this business. I know all those things, Gerald, and there's no reason that I wouldn't run with my hair on fire. Last thing I'm going to tell you, the time you spent when I was talking about those 50 people, if you spend an extra 15 to 20 minutes with all of those people, 20 minutes times 50, Gerald, what is that? 1,000?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? That's right. Yeah, it is. 1,000 minutes. 1,000 minutes is how many hours, Gerald?
Good grief, buddy. I don't know. Let's see here.
I don't know, but you guys get the point. Was it worth spending 1,000 minutes with 50 people to get them off to the right start in order to make $9,000 a month for the next 10 years? I'll do it all day, Marianne, all day long. I will do it over and over and over again, because I promise you, there is no way I am going to waste my time trying to tell you about an opportunity and then put you in this business, which is what you did. You just put them in this business. You didn't let them in the business, because it's an honor to be working with you. Understand that, okay? It's a privilege that you're willing to invest your time, energy, and talents into helping someone else win. So you've got to have that posture and understand, I want this person in my business because it looks like somebody I want to work with and that I am willing to invest the time in to help. And if you're going to do that, shortcutting it and not taking the time to help them get started, you'll spin plates and you'll work this business until you're 90.
Wow. Wow.
Because if you don't put that little bit of effort into helping somebody get started, you know what that does, Gerald? I help you get started, and you know I helped you get started.
Yes.
Okay, you know it, because
Right.
there was no way I was going to let you just get in and then go get them, Tiger.
Right. Right.
I wanted you to start seeing results. I wanted you to start make your list. I wanted us to start talking to people. I wanted to set up a launch party. I was ready. We're ready to go.
Yep.
You know, you get these people on the phone Thursday night at 8 o'clock. We're going to do your first meeting, Gerald. Let's kick this thing off and give you a head start. And you came out of the gate running. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Yep. But what I will tell you is that if you do not spend that time with them, guys, you're not in this business, because you have no chance of MWR ever getting into them unless it's by luck. It becomes luck. I create my own luck when I'm a participant in my own success or the success of somebody else. I create my own luck. That's what you're doing.
That's
okay.
Amazing.
And that's why people win in this business. It also tells that person you're serious about what you're doing. This person really cares about helping me in this business. It's not like other companies where they just stuck me in and said, go get them, Tiger, go tell everybody about it. That's not what we're here for, guys. We're here to make a difference. And the only way you're going to make a difference is by helping people. That's
Absolutely.
it.
No doubt about
right.
it.
And Gerald, I've got a hard stop. I'm going to have to get off here. I'm at 9:30. So, I've got to run.
We're going to let you go, buddy. 17 hours is 1,000 minutes. They help
exactly. Well worth it to make that. And I guarantee you, it probably doesn't take you that to help somebody get started. But at the same time, it's worth it. Guys, I love you a bunch. Gerald, thanks for having me on tonight. I've been wanting to do this with you. I'm so sorry. I've got to jump because I have a 9:30 that I'm already late for, and they're texting me. But listen, I love you guys. Everything you want is here, guys. Everything you need is here. Okay. You've got unbelievable leadership. I know Gerald is as committed as he has ever been. And I can tell you, if you want help, reach out to him. Tell him, say, I'm committed, Gerald. I'm ready. I want to make this thing happen. What are we going to do to make it happen? Ask him, because he will help you. I promise you that.
No doubt.
And he's waiting for that phone call. Because you know what? I'll tell you what. I answer a lot of phone calls, Gerald. Yeah. I answer a lot of, and in the beginning, I answered every single phone call, because every time somebody called me and wanted help or wanted to answer to a question, I'm telling you guys, I never play the expert. I'd say, you need to schedule a consultation for that. And customer support knows that question. I never tried to be the expert, because everything I did had to be duplicatable. And I did not want a new person thinking they had to know all the answers. Okay. So I used every system and tool that I created in the beginning to be able to get to where we are, to get Gerald involved, to help him get off to the right start. But I supported him because I personally helped him get started in MWR. Okay. But I will tell you, it is absolutely worth it if you do that. And you will not lose. You will not lose with MWR. Okay. And so with that,
Brian, I know you got to go. I've opened up you guys have the ability to open your camera and unmute yourself. Please help me thank Mr. House for his time tonight. God bless you, sir. Listen, you poured into us tonight.
House.
That was
Thank you, Mr. House. Thank you, Mr. House.
Family.
Appreciate you, Mr. House.
Yes.
Mr. House.
Appreciate you, Mr. House.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Thanks,
you,
guys.
brother.
Love you all a bunch.
Modern day
Appreciate
Love
Moses.
you.
Thank you for the understanding and knowledge, Mr. House.
Oh, thank you,
Mr.
guys.
House.
Mr. House.
Hey,
Sir.
appreciate
Thank
you
you,
guys.
Mr.
Love you a
House, for
bunch.
being understanding, loving, kind, good looking, and rich and wealthy and sharing.
She said good looking and wealthy.
And
That's
keeping this
the best.
sexy with
I
Mr.
need my
House.
wife. Hold on. I need my wife to listen to that. Hold on.
Oh my God. You're the best, sir.
Seriously,
Listen,
I
we
love you
appreciate
guys.
it.
I appreciate y'all so much, and I appreciate y'all's commitment. And listen, I know we go through adjustments every once in a while. We just went through one. Okay, I'm telling you, the message we have is the message we have. It's good enough. We don't have to be all things to everybody, because what we have, nobody can touch anyway. We just got to get passionate about it, guys. We've got to get out there, get the word out, and I just want you to think about this. I want you to think about having 10 people on a Zoom one day that are sitting there saying, I just want to thank Michelle Cawley for what she did to change my life. I just want to thank Laverne Glover for what she did to make such a huge difference in my family's life, or Richard Greer. And those people are thanking you because you were the blessing that they have been praying for. I just want you to think about that feeling, because I'm going to tell you, I don't care how much money you make in this business, there is nothing that will give you the feeling of satisfaction more than knowing you have made a difference in somebody's life, or you have changed their life. And that's exactly what you guys have the ability to do. So with that, I'm going to run. I love you guys. And if you need anything, we're here for you to support you, and be watching. If you're not on Telegram, get on our Telegram group, because there are a lot of updates getting ready to happen over the next few days. You're going to see them. Boom, 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 boom. A bunch of them. Okay. And you're going to love every one of them. So with that, Gerald, thank you, buddy. I love you. Appreciate you. One of my dearest friends in the world. I would dare to say you're my best friend, Gerald. And so, which is a blessing.
God bless you, sir. We love you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, the CEO is in the trenches with us tonight.
Yeah.
Trenches with us tonight. That's what it's all about, my friend. We love you. We really love you and appreciate your level of commitment to all of our success. And we're just grateful that you answered the call and allow God to lead you and to create an opportunity such as this for a time such as this. I mean, the timing is perfect. Couldn't be better. We've got a chance to impact some people's lives all over this country as a result of what you put together, sir. So we're in with you 100% of the way. We're in the trenches together, and we're going to win together, and we're not going to quit until everybody wins.
I'm going to make one more quick announcement, Gerald. Guys, this promotion ends, okay, on July 31st at midnight. What we have going, okay? Do not think we're going back, and I'm not going to say exactly what's going to happen, but don't think we're going back to a $200 one-time startup fee. I'll just leave it at that. Okay?
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Sexy, Mr. House. Sexy.
That was sexy, wasn't it?
We love you, sir. Thanks to me, man. Guys.
All right. Bye,
On the
guys.
horse's mouth. Appreciate it.
All right. Nobody else knows that. Just your all, Steve, guys.
We're grateful for it.
Too late.
Thank you very much. Wow.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, let's make these next 9 days phenomenal. You
And we
deserve it.
will. No
All
doubt.
right.
We will.
Love you guys.
No doubt. Love you too, man. Thank you.
Bye-bye. See you.
Yes, sir.